Welcome back to the Outward Expression. I'm your host, Roman, and I just want to get you caught up a little bit. In my last presentation, it was a very short video. I was embarking on a journey to Dubuque, Iowa for what turned out to be a very lovely film festival. Actually, quite a world-class film festival, I might add. Didn't know what I was getting into, and I'd never been to one before, and I went based on the strength of a recommendation from someone I had just met, and I want to tell you a little bit about it. From where I'm at is about a 4-hour drive, which is really beautiful, going through the valleys and roads through Galena, which is quite a beautiful place in Illinois. Probably, as far as Illinois goes, one of the more picturesque kind of drives. The destination was Dubuque, Iowa. Um, the Hotel Julian on Main Street there, a beautiful place, rich in history, and the place was bustling with activity. During the course of the visit there, I did do a interview with a friend of mine, David, who joined me for the event. And during the course of that video, I said that we might, from time to time, pop out and shoot some footage of the area, the things to see in Dubuque, Iowa. And I did not make good on that promise, and I'll tell you why. I was having such a good time. Um, Perhaps on the next visit, I'll make good on that promise. But this time around, I was just so into the moment that it didn't seem advantageous to go into my bag and set up all the video equipment and get the presentations put together and engage in narrative. So I'll do that next time because there was some very, very wonderful things to see there. I'd like to give you my impressions of Dubuque as a city. And then we'll get back to the film festival. As a city, it's a beautiful destination. I was really impressed with the way it was laid out. There was a lot of art and culture there. The streets were broad and clean. And what I mean by that, just it felt like Chicago in terms of the vibe, in terms of the architecture and so forth. Maybe with a little bit of Boston mixed in. It's hard to really explain Dubuque unless you're there. I was impressed on how clean the streets were. I don't know if the city does that in preparation for this particular event, which was a film festival, but I was impressed nonetheless. There's great places to eat, plenty of places to get a drink, and there was very, just wonderful people everywhere. Met a lot of really nice people. We took advantage of what was kind of a unique experience. It's kind of a hilly area, so there's a cable car that goes from a street level and goes up about 200 feet to a platform at the top. There's very small wooden, mostly wooden. They look like small train cars, and they're on rails. They're pulled by cables. You go to the top. The trip up is free, but if you want to get back down, it's like a $4 charge, and it's well worth it. Um, from the top of that hill is a very beautiful panorama of the valleys. I mean, beyond the river and so forth, out that way, it's quite a beautiful view from the top of that hill. And uh, next time we're there, I'll make a point of taking a video of that and sharing that with you. Now, getting back to the film festival, like I said, never been to a film festival, so I wasn't sure what to expect. So when we arrived um, at the event, the place was filled with staff. There was plenty of staff there. I think they were all volunteers and basically people that were interested in film, interested in promoting new artists, and promoting independent films and so forth. So the place was very well staffed. The ticket prices were reasonable for what you were seeing. And there was actually in the morning, the person who had actually extended this invitation to me holds what he calls coffee talks in like one of the event rooms at the hotel, and those are just opportunities for the people, the guests, to sit, have some coffee, and listen to an exchange between the master of ceremonies and his guests, which usually is either a producer. I get the impression that it's either the director um, or the writer who's created the film. Producer, directors, maybe occasionally actors. I'm not sure. I was only able to sit in on one of those, about an hour long. It's very well organized. It's a lot of fun, and you meet interesting people there. So the staff is very helpful during the course of our stay. We only saw a couple of maybe two, three movies because we were trying to get an idea of what this whole circumstance was all about. We weren't familiar with the whole process. Maybe the next time we go there, we'll see more than the three films that we saw. But um, there was so much to do and see in Dubuque that I guess we kind of got a little bit distracted and off the mission. But it turned out to be a wonderful trip. And to be honest with you, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, the trip wasn't necessarily about the films, but it was about making connections and meeting people, getting to know a new environment. Maybe actually, I really plan on going back to Dubuque just based on the strength of how much we enjoyed our stay there. There's plenty of places to stay in proximity to the Julian Hotel, or you could stay there if there's rooms available. But the event is a week long. We only caught the last 2, 3 days of it. Actually, it was 2 days in the morning. We made our way back home during the morning because it's a long drive, and we were eager to return home. But um, I believe next time we'll budget our time a little more prudently and maybe arrive a little earlier, leave a little later, see a bit more. And as we were driving back, a little bit of a note. Now, this is last week of April. So that's when I believe that's going to be when the film festival is held each year. But as we were leaving and making our way through Galena, as we were crossing the river, there was a Civil War reenactment, which caught our attention. We stopped and asked the participants if it was a yearly event, and they had confirmed that it was. So if we do this next year, we'll certainly budget a little time to spend some time having a look at the reenactment and maybe even filming a little bit of that and talking to some of the participants. So I hope you've enjoyed this. In the next presentation, what we plan on doing, or what I plan on doing rather, is to go back to what this channel, kind of the outset of it was talking about men's fashion and styles, and I'll be maybe taking a bit of a deeper dive into neckties and so forth. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and let me know if you've ever been to the Dubuque International Film Festival. Uh, and let me know what your impressions are. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them. Thank you. This is Roman. Choose the good.